Alright, Shalom. Brother Kabad back another GMS lesson. GMS keep pushing. Before I go any further, give all praise, honor, and glory to Heavenly Father's only God and Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Badash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, for teaching us this truth according to the Bible and rule well. And now Shalom, know the sincere Akim throughout the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth to diligence and sincerity and in charity. And now Shalom to all you sincere followers, believers of Yahweh Shai, Shai, not just hearers of the word, but doers as well. You men, women, and children, the hopeful elect, Shalom. And I was listening to the brother Shawai, brother not camp, GMS Cry Loud. He was doing a lesson on this chapter, bringing out some precepts, and inspired me to go into the same chapter, because this chapter is a very heavy chapter in these latter times. And I pray this lesson is edifying. I'm just going to jump right on into it. This is Sirach, Ecclesiasticus chapter 2, verse 1. It reads, "My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation." Okay, and temptation is to do something off, do something, transgress. Because wisdom's going to try you. It says in verse 2, "Set thy heart," which is to go back to the Hebrew word labs, means your mind, aright, and constantly endure. Endure what? The chastisement. Okay, the things that the Lord push you through. This spiritual obstacle course. The spiritual obstacle course, man. It says, "And make not haste in the time of trouble. Cleave unto him and depart not away." And you do that through your actions. Doing what the Heavenly Father commands of us, which is first and foremost fear. Keep his ways to the best of your ability. And all that equals, what equals up to faith. It takes faith to do these things, to believe. And if the Lord has given you the gift of faith, continue to pray that you keep it and you exercise it to the best of your ability. It says, "Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end." It says, "Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state." And this is a heavy precept right here, because a lot of people that find out the Israelites, find out the ways of the Heavenly Father's only begotten Son, it starts to grieve them over time, because this world is all about pleasing the flesh, and it always seems like the wicked is winning. You may feel like you're missing out. All right, but hey, nah, man. In actuality, we're winning. And the Lord's going to take you through things, just like it tells you in Zechariah, gold is tried in the fire and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Zechariah 13. So you're going to be tried. You're going to be tried. And be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. Because, we're being brought low in order to be risen up. And when we're risen up, boy, it's going to be a beautiful thing. Verse 5, "For gold is tried in the fire." I was quoting the wrong precept. It's right here. But it was another one in Zechariah 13. We'll get that after this. It says, Sirach 2 and 5, "For gold is tried in the fire and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity." That's right. And you're going to be brought through fiery times, man, to see what you're made of. But you can't fold. You can't fold, man. Oh, yeah, Zechariah 13. Yep, Zechariah 13 and 9. It says, "And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my power." Right, because 2/3 is this chapter, bottom chapters are going into, going to be cut off. But the third, the 1/3, the remnant, the elect, is going to be brought through, fiery trials. fiery times to be refined. All right, while the world's having fun, living it up, being wicked, we're being tried, but it's all for our betterment. It's all for our betterment, man. So going back, Ecclesiastes 2:5, for gold is tried in the fire and acceptable, right? Men in the furnace of adversity. Because adversity is going to happen. But it's how you deal with them in these latter days. Lose a job, okay? Your wife might walk out on you, may come back, walk out on you, may come back. You know what I'm saying? Children don't want nothing to do with you. You know, this truth is very lonely. You know, at the Wadi, Yahweh Shema Shah for the brotherhood. The truth can be very lonely, but that's how you want it. That's how you want it. Verse 6 says, believe in him, in who? Yahweh Shema Shah. And he will help thee. Order thy way aright and trust in him. Order thy way aright and trust in him. Trust goes back to a firm confidence, a firm belief. It says, verse 7, ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside, lest ye fall. Right. Fear is the beginning of knowledge. And we know that through this knowledge, that mercy only comes from the Lord. And go not aside, be distracted in the other false philosophies and doctrines of this world, because you're going to fall that way. Verse 8, ye that fear the Lord, believe him, and your reward shall not fail. See, there's a crown waiting for us in the heavens, man. And salvation for you women, if you keep enduring. It says, verse 9, ye that fear the Lord, hope for good and for everlasting joy and mercy. Right. Because we're thinking about the win. We're not thinking about losing. We're not thinking about not overcoming. We're thinking about the win. We hope for good in every situation because we got Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shad on our side, man. Yeah, you may be down, you may be out, you have your ups, you definitely have your downs. But you got to remember, we got Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shad on our side, man. We're fearing to the best of our ability. The Lord puts us in lower stations to see what we're made of. We are winning, and we're going to win. Abaratas we're part of that number, man, and keep enduring. Verse 10, it says, look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that call upon him? For the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long-suffering and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins and saveth in the time of affliction. And we have numerous accounts of the Lord delivering those who trusted in him, who feared him. Peter, when he was locked up, prayers were sent up and the Lord got him out of there. Excuse me. Take a sip of my coffee. But I'm gonna come back and do a part 2. A little pressed for time. But yeah, man, this is a heavy chapter, and this chapter is very uplifting. It keeps your eye, focused in a sense, because we're coming into horrible, terrible times, man. And we're gonna go through certain trials, all right, fiery darts by Satan, to build us up, for that day of the hour of temptation, man. was that sea hit. And the Lord's like, look, I got you out of this fiery trial. I got you out of this fiery dart. I got you out of this situation. This is going to be no different. Okay? It's being a spirit of leveling up, and we got the win. Akimakwa, we got the win. Giving all praise, honor, and glory to Heavenly Father's only begotten Son, Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakwadash. Laban, Sarpas, El's Great Millstone. Shalom.